Good evening and welcome to another episode of iMed, a program where we discuss on curable and non-curable diseases and many more related to medical and health. People in this world are born with different color complexions, but with the day-to-day life and basically the fast-moving life and marketing aspects, people intend and want to change their skin color. But do you really need to do that? Why should you change your skin color? Is it good to change your skin color, especially to be more white or fair or do whitening? Is this the correct way to protect your skin? And to talk all this, I have with me Dr. Sarah Fazzi, or very popularly known as Dr. Cherry, who is a cosmetic physician, joining us on the topic, the bitter side of instant whitening creams. Good evening to you, Doctor.
Good evening, Kasaba.
Starting things off easily, I don't know, I just can't feel why people want to change their skin complexion. Basically, you're born with it. Why don't you want to keep your skin color or whatever complexion that you're? So let's getting into the topic. What is the skin color bias? What is a skin color bias?
As we all know, skin color bias is a discrimination based on skin color. People of the same ethnicity, same race, they are treated differently based on skin color. That is the skin color bias mainly.
So where does the obsession of the white skin come from?
So there is a deep-rooted cultural norm for this topic and many debates over it. So in the past, dark-skinned people were supposed to be the ones working in the fields and the ones out in the sun, rural poverty. They all belonged to the dark-skinned, and the white-skinned or the pale had the cosmopolitan life where they stayed indoors and they didn't have to go out in the sun. So they assumed that they belonged to the high end of the crowd. So that's basically how they got the idea of white skin being more dominant.
So what is the white privilege?
So white privilege, it actually still happens. It happens everywhere. When the white skinned or the pale skinned, they get more advantages compared to the dark skinned. Even for instance, when it comes to certain jobs, the white skinned are more preferred, or they are given more advantages or benefits.
Any particular reason for that? Is because of your complexion? Is it that the people find it more attractive than
Again,
your
I would
white
say
and fair?
it's the deep-rooted cultural norm that has been embedded in people's minds.
So why are light-skinned women considered more beautiful, I would say?
Why
are they considered more beautiful than the darker women, if you really look at it?
So, for example, when you take advertisements and talking about the multi-billion-dollar industry, that is the fairness creams, what they do, they put out a certain idea, a perception in these advertisements, where the dark-skinned has all the problems. They are not confident, they're insecure, they don't have a good personality because they have dark-skinned, and they don't even get good job opportunities. So putting all these reasons in front, putting these ideas in front, they promote the cream. And the moment this girl or even a male uses this cream, they turn several shades lighter and they are more accepted and they get good job opportunities and even end up getting good marriage proposals. So this idea has been fed to the population, to everyone. So that has actually created a major disadvantage, I would say, for everybody and causing skin color bias.
And also another thing, if you take the Western cultural countries, but now with your, they intend to prefer the darker skin people.
Yes. Again, over there, they prefer darker skin because of their the pale nature in their color. So what they realized is with time the pale skin doesn't actually bring out all the features. When you are slightly tan, your features are more prominent and you get that you get a much better shade and you look more presentable. That's what they realize with time, as even your eyebrows, even your lips, certain features of the body of the face are more pronounced when your shade is a few shades lighter than being pale, that is being tanned.
So, you mean to say whitening or white skin can be pale skin?
It can be pale skin too, yes.
Right. So, the question that I want to find out, especially, is it the Asian or the developing countries where people have dark skin who are trying to bring out white skin within themselves, like whitening within themselves?
Well, definitely it is in the Asian countries. It is in the Asian countries where you get a lot of dark skinned people, and the Asian countries are the developing countries. So, the majority of dark skinned individuals in Asian countries are more. So, they have the differences, they see the differences, as the white skinned people in the past did have life indoors and did have a lighter shade and more advantages.
So, coming to the topic, what is the bitter truth of having white skin?
So, the bitter truth in Sri Lanka about these whitening creams, I would say, for example, a client comes to me and tells me, I use this cream and I got 2 to 3 shades lighter within 2 to 3 days or within a week. How is that even possible? It's actually impossible to lighten your shade, lighten your skin color in 2 to 3 days unless it contains some harmful toxic ingredients such as mercury. So, this desire to become white and to make your skin shades lighter, our girls, the females, some males as well, they go in search of whitening creams in Sri Lanka. Most of these creams are sold in nameless jars, in tubs, in salons, in homes, made in the kitchen, and you don't even know, most of them don't even know what it contains, but the moment you realize that it's making your skin lighter, they use it, not knowing the harmful side effects. So, what makes your skin light or white after application? None of the good ingredients such as kojic acid or alpha arbutin, or none of those good ingredients can ever make your skin so many shades lighter. It's mercury. Mercury is the only ingredient which can make your skin white, and it has made a lot of people white. But what are the side effects of it? The issue is some people get side effects very soon, say they get it within a week, within 2 weeks, but some they do not get side effects until say 1 year or 2 years, or sometimes they just ignore what they see and they tend to use it more and more. So, mercury is a substance which is some of the cosmetic products do contain it, but there is an amount, there is a very micro amount which is used, and these creams which I am referring to, these instant whitening creams, they contain high doses, and some of these creams are made in Sri Lanka by breaking thermometers as well, because the thermometer contains mercury,
yes.
so they secretly add the mercury to the cream so that it gives that effect. So, mercury, what it does to your body, it can cause dermatitis, it can cause allergic reactions, it can cause cancer, it can cause kidney failure, and so on. It has a list of side effects that it can cause.
Just to interrupt you, so do these creams also contain any steroid type of ingredients?
Yes, definitely. So, this mixing cream that is made contains around a mixture of 15 to 20 products from various countries. It contains some whitening creams, a combination of steroid creams which are used for certain skin conditions such as eczema. So, even those creams are combined. See, eczema is a condition where you get thick leathery kind of a lesion, and those creams are used to smoothen that lesion, not on normal skin. When that is added to normal skin, what that happens is it completely thins the skin, and when your skin is thinned, you think you're fair and you think you're all bright and all of that. So the ingredients. So it gives all these side effects, and the visible side effect on the face, what I see as a cosmetic physician, is a major flare of acne. You get a major flare, like a complete breakout of acne, pus filled, and some of the pus just dripping down the face, and most of the times you can't recover it 100%. Maybe you can recover it like say 90%, and you still have deep scarring, very deep scarring, which is so difficult to treat. I will show you some pictures of certain clients who had not only applied on the face but applied it all over their body, wanting to be white, say in the underarms and even the intimate areas. So I'll just show you some videos of some of the clients I've met. So this is one client who came to me. She had applied this instant whitening cream, which was given to her by a friend, and she does not know what it contains. Just because she wanted to make her underarms lighter, she had applied it all over her body, and including the intimate areas as well. Here you see her skin has stretched. It has stretched to an extent where it just looks like a stretch mark. It looks like a stretch mark. It has thinned completely, and it's just about to tear if you do not treat. This is another example of a young girl as well who was about to get married and who's going through marriage proposals, and where in Sri Lanka you have this major craze for white brides. So she
Fair
has been
brides.
applying this cream, and this is the damage that she is left with. So these damages, the extent of skin damage over here takes a very long time to treat, and to recover the skin, you can't recover it 100%.
How quick, how fast have they contracted this type of skin?
So, yeah, some of them, they get side effects within a week or two, like I mentioned. Some, they continue to use it until a year or two, and until that some people have thick skin, and those side effects come out later. So until that, they keep using it, and they think that this cream is all right and it's good, and finally when the side effects come out, it's really bad.
For them to find out the results, it comes within 2-3 days, doctor?
Yes.
Like say if I apply whitening cream on my dark skin, will I get quick results?
Definitely, because it has mercury. So mercury is the product that whitens the skin. So definitely your skin will become white.
But I will get my side effects
Side effects in no time.
No time.
And then you're going to come running to me.
So you were describing about the side effects
yes.
and about how the treatment goes on.
Yeah. So we have a range of treatments due to modern aesthetic medical technology. We have a range of treatments to treat these kind of conditions. But what I would say at the end of the day is you can't recover it 100%. You can recover it by say 60 to 70%. You can't get back your natural skin, the skin thickness and the turgor. You can't get it back even in spite of these treatments. So definitely we have a range of lasers, we have a range of radiofrequency devices, many injectables. These help improve collagen production, help thicken the skin, and we try our best to recover it to the maximum we can, because these are all young girls. Most of them are young girls wanting, it's just an innocent desire to be fair, mainly because of the pressure by the society, by their parents, by their in-laws, by their boyfriends, by their husbands. So all these reasons cause this pressure, And this is why we need to completely ask people to get rid of that thought where white skin is beautiful.
So when you talk about the side effects that you get, you talk about the skin not getting, even after treatment, the skin not getting thicker like it was. It can get softer, especially if it comes to your face. Will you be getting things like wrinkles and all in your face due to the usage of these stuff?
Yeah, face, when you check your face, there are several signs of aging. So, signs of aging actually start, for some people, it starts in their mid 20s, some people late 30s, if you're lucky in your 40s. So, these signs of aging, it occurs due to environmental pollution, due to lack of collagen, due to um, due to not maintaining, not using proper skincare, several reasons, right? And stress and all of that. These can uh, fasten the aging process. But these creams, what they do, the moment you apply it, you get that brighter tone, not realizing that your skin is thinning. Somehow, with age, your skin thins. Why to speed it up? When you use its creams, it completely speeds up the process, and you get wrinkles faster, you get pigmentations faster, you get an entire full face of acne, and definitely a lot of creases and lines and sagging at the end.
So, say with aging, if you start using whitening cream, saying that you want to look younger, does it happen with the usage of whitening cream? Because people I know have tried it, especially when they go into your 40s, 50s. When they want, especially with the female, they want to feel younger. They want to look like they were in the 20s. So they start using these whitening creams. What will the effect?
So, what I would say,
Will they look younger, first of all? Even for a
no,
shorter period.
no, they wouldn't. So, there are certain range of skin lightening products, skin lightening, brightening products, which give you a radiant, which give you a nice glow. You can definitely use those. You can go through the ingredient list. You need to check if they are FDA approved, if they are registered. So, certain ingredients such as alpha arbutin, licorice extract, kojic, and several very good ingredients which can improve your skin tone and make it brighter and radiant. That's the only hope that you can get from these creams. But I mean, the good creams. If you want to switch, if you want to get the magical white look within 2 or 3 days and use these creams which has mercury, definitely you're damaging, and definitely you can't go back to that stage where you can get a younger skin. I will show you an example of how the cream looks. Most of my clients, their main question is, how do we stay away? How do we not get fooled? How do we know how these creams look? Because they don't really know it. So
Dr. Simple answer. Why do you want to get whitening?
Yeah.
Why do you want to get fair?
But they still want to. So I got this picture. Here you can see the cream. You can't see much, but this is the picture I could get for you all. The cream actually has a very thick consistency, very sticky. It doesn't go smooth on your skin like any good moisturizer or cream would do. So this is very sticky. It's very sticky. It has a yellowish kind of a color, yellowish brownish color, and this is how it looks. Very sticky to see. So this is an example of how these creams look. Some of it are white, some of it are yellow, and some of it are this color.
Doctor, another thing that I've seen a lot of, especially the females do, is they intend to use various types of fruits or vegetables in their faces, in their skins, saying that they can get fairer by that. How true is this?
Well, there are certain ingredients, certain items you can get from the kitchen which are backed by science, and certain ingredients are not. So during this lockdown season, there are so many DIYs, do it yourself masks and packs which you find on the internet. But not every product, not every ingredient is backed by science. For example, lemon when you use lemon on your skin, it is supposed to lighten. But there is a special formula in which you can use lemon on a skincare product to brighten your skin. Definitely raw lemon on your face, it's too acidic and it's not going to lighten your face. It may lighten your face, but it's definitely going to give you an allergic reaction. So I would say stay away from lemon. And then yogurt is also another product which some people, they tend to tolerate it, but some don't. And when you can't tolerate it, again you get an allergic reaction. And potatoes. Potatoes are also not backed by science. Yes, there are certain ingredients which you can use, but you need to do your research and your homework.
So, Doctor, finally, before winding things up, well, be satisfied with your birth color. Do you agree on that?
Definitely. We get our skin color due to the melanin concentration in our body. So, why are we given this concentration of melanin in our body? We are given it for a certain reason. So, if we belong to an Asian country, we say for example a tropical country like Sri Lanka, we are exposed to the sun, and that is why we are given this concentration of melanin on our skin, because we need to be protected from our sun. If you have this concentration of melanin is only when you can stay protected from the sun, from cancers and certain other skin diseases, right? So, if you try to reduce that melanin concentration or change that pattern, you're disrupting the normal skin flora in your body. So, that is definitely a wrong thing to do. So, we are given melanin, this concentration, for a reason, and we need to maintain it. So, why I would say we need to stick to this color that we have is by making our skin whiter or making our skin pale, we are not going to achieve the final result. We are not going to be happy. At the end of the day, we want to be happy. So, by making our skin white, by using these instant creams, what we are going to get and what we are going to end up with? All the side effects of these creams. So, you go against nature, it's not going to work right for you.
All right, I think we've been given some very good advice by Dr. Sarah on the usage of whitening creams. As we all would like to say, and as the doctor would agree, why do you want to get a different skin color? Why do you want to have an artificial looking skin when you have a beautiful skin that has been given to you by nature? So, with that, we come to the conclusion of today's episode of IMED. I would like to thank Dr. Sarah Fauzi for joining us on this very important discussion. And advice is, she's called cherry commonly, so that's what she says: keep your face, keep your skin like a cherry, bright as ever. Thank you very much, Doctor, for joining.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Well, with that, we come to the conclusion of today's episode of IMED. Hope you got very good information and good tips on whether you need to use whitening creams or not. So till we meet again with our next episode of IMED, it's good night to you.